is the inner core. It is very good for the human consumption.
Okay.
We have tested. It is very good for converting into today all the kids, even the young generation like all of us, we like pasta and noodles. But those pasta and noodles is made out of flour. It doesn't have any nutritional value. This product is very good for that.
For what ingredients are there?
It has got certain the dietary nutrients, which I have got the chemical detail in the presentation copy, sir. I will leave it with you, sir.
Okay.
So, coming back to the point, sir, what Machia sir is saying, that we had successfully, when we identified this particular problem in 2020, in 2020 we started setting up the plant. We started setting up the plant for all the 4 categories.
When we are the traditional farming, once you cut the banana and you remove the bunch,
right,
then that stem
right,
becomes fertilizer. Traditionally,
true, true,
it is called. Well, that's it. The stem. The stem, once it rots, but it happens naturally. You cut it down and put it in the garden.
Absolutely right, sir.
Then it becomes a fertilizer.
Right.
And then we use the fibers. The fibers, they are crude, but they are used for tying things, for
Correct.
tying, for making ropes and so on.
Correct, correct.
Traditionally.
Yep, sir. Right, sir.
So there's no doubt that then there is what we call emborera.
VCM, sir, we'll call him VCM, sir, as a vice chairman of the group. He always wear 2 hats. For him, whenever any development takes place, according to him, there are only 2 places which he want to do it successfully. He said, my first home is India. You set it up in India. My second home is Uganda. So anything that goes, you need to develop it in Uganda.
Good.
So taking the lead from there, sir, when this particular product was successful in 2020, there was a debate. In India, our office is in Mumbai, in Maharashtra, which is the state. The major banana belt is somewhere in the South India, which is Tamil Nadu and that particular state. There is one more belt in the Maharashtra, where we are setting up the plant, which takes care about 10% of the banana. Once we are setting it up, we were approached by Tamil Nadu state government. So there are 4 state governments that approached us, sir, to keep it simple. So today we have a commitment where we have taken a commitment from the company perspective that we are going to invest $100 million in the plant which is coming in at Bombay, out of which in the trial run, we already spent $10 million, sir. And we are going further ahead. There is no question about stopping anywhere.
I would like Mr. Iswaran to just speak about
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you for this increased the yield in India. Even though they were using 125 kilograms of fertilizer per hectare, this incidentally increased the yield by 30% in literally most crops. Whereas in our case, because we are less on the usage of fertilizers, our expectation is here that the incremental usage of liquid nutrients would take it beyond the 50% mark. So to that extent, we'll have a substantial increase in terms of our farm output. And therefore, you're not really eroding the soil fertility. In fact, I think Uganda, we also have other issue to deal with, because we are also not using fertilizers very scientifically. We are also eroding soil fertility because we are not converting crops as much. We are using the same crop cycle. So the advantage that we'll have is we'll also be able to increase the crop cycles, and therefore with that we'll be able to provide actually a larger income base to farmers, at the same time increase soil fertility. So you have a lot of benefits both from an economic perspective as well as from the larger, I think, to the slogan that we have for God and for our country. So I think
from the areas they had seen, they chose Mbarara. where they can put a factory. And they said they would need around 50 acres of land because they want to do something really big. And then they said they would put mini plants. They chose Bunyangabu and some other areas which would feed the main plant.
Even if the factory doesn't pay tax for 10 years, doesn't pay corporate tax, but me, who is working in the factory, I pay as you earn. I pay income tax because I'm getting income.
Correct.
But I also go to the shops and buy products.
Sir.
And those products have got tax on them, consumer tax. So we get tax, but indirectly.
Okay.
That's no problem at all. What we want is manufacturing.
Sir.
This is the raw fiber. We do the enzymatic treatment, and then we blend it with cotton. Then we make the yarn. This is 40% the brand.